Thomas Henry Huxley gave his inaugural lecture as Hunterian Professor at the Royal College of Surgeons on February 17, 1863, just 3 days before the publication of Evidence as to Man's Place in Nature. Rather than outlining the controversial affinities between humans and apes detailed in his book, Huxley's lecture was on a reconstructed fossil skeleton of the Glyptodon, an extinct giant armadillo. He began by expressing his warmest thanks for the exertions of the skillful artist by whose care these broken fragments have been put together. It was the skill and perseverance of Benjamin Waterhouse Hawkins, Huxley informed his audience, that had brought the specimen to the condition in which you now see it. Hawkins had been tasked with restoring the Glyptodon's disjointed remains in the summer of 1862. During the execution of this laborious undertaking, as Huxley noted in November of the same year, Mr. Hawkins has had, from time to time, all the anatomical aid that I could afford him. At precisely the same time, Hawkins was also working with Huxley, again at the Royal College of Surgeons, on anatomical illustrations that would appear in Man's Place in Nature. These included a frontispiece showing a sequence of primate skeletons becoming successively taller and more erect, before finally reaching the upright human form. This illustration would soon become the most celebrated and contentious component of Huxley's book. Huxley's praise for Hawkins might suggest that he approved of the distinctive pictorial contribution the skillful artist made to his forthcoming book, and that in the summer of 1862 they enjoyed a productive working relationship. Historians have certainly assumed that the two men were friends. In private, however, Huxley's appraisal of Hawkins's artistic abilities and aptitudes was very different, and their relationship was closer to mutual animosity. When Hawkins was requested by the Royal College of Surgeons to reconstruct the Glyptodon, Huxley was commissioned to publish a description of the specimen with accompanying illustrations. Having himself created the artificial parts uniting the pieces of real bone, Hawkins knew the restored skeleton more intimately even than Huxley. Also an accomplished natural history artist of more than 3 decades' experience, with a particular expertise in lithography, he was the obvious choice to produce the lithographic plates that would supplement Huxley's written text. But Huxley, notwithstanding his subsequent public approbation, was unconvinced. In a private letter from August 1862, he demurred, "If Hawkins does the plates, I must have a serious talk to him about sticking to the work and about the execution thereof." Then reflected, "And if he does not, he will feel himself hugely aggrieved." Despite this risk, Huxley opted to endure Hawkins's inevitable indignation.